What is going on, college football fans? Chris Kennedy here, coming at you with another college football related video. And today I'm going to talk the Michigan Wolverines, that 2021 season, and an outlook that I have for Michigan that might surprise some of you guys, but I'm telling you, don't be surprised if it happens. Before I do that though, go ahead, please like and subscribe to my channel. I love talking college football, could talk it all day really, and any type of support you could give me would be greatly appreciated. So it seemed like we just played a national championship game, but spring ball is already here and it's already started for some of these teams. Michigan is one of those teams. In fact, they're entering their second week. And let's be real, there's a lot of questions out there. Not a lot of people know how things are going to turn out. And it really started with Jim Harbaugh's contract renegotiation. Nobody knew if he was going to be around a second go, but I think that athletic department looked around and said, hey, who could we bring in that would have similar success to Jim? I mean, after all, he's 49-22 since he's been here. He's had 3 10-win seasons, a 9-win season, and an 8-win season. I think they realized that they couldn't compete with Texas as far as getting Steve Sarkisian, and there was no way Urban was going to Michigan. So we'll stick with Jim. We'll renegotiate the contract. The buyout will be less every year that he stays. We're going to pay him less money, but we'll put certain incentives in place that if he hits this mark or achieves this goal, he'll get rewarded. Jim signs the dotted line, and here we go. Jim Harbaugh, round number 2. Look, he realizes he's got to make a bunch of changes, and what does he do? He makes a lot, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Out goes Don Brown, longtime defensive coordinator. In comes Mike McDonald, the young Baltimore Ravens linebackers coach who's never been a defensive coordinator before, and now he's got the job at Michigan. You also bring in Matt Weiss to help with your quarterback situation. The running back legend Mike Hart is coming in to coach the running backs. And then Jay Harbaugh has moved to special teams. There's just been a lot of internal shuffling as well. And we have no clue how it's going to turn out. There's also question marks as far as the positions go, and none is bigger than the quarterback spot. Look, Joe Milton transfers out. Cade McNamara went in last year, and I thought he played pretty well and really didn't do anything to lose the job. But to add some depth, they bring in Alan Bowman, the grad transfer from Texas Tech, and then you got that 5-star J.J. McCarthy. Don't be surprised if this guy gets the nod. I think there's good competition at that quarterback position, and I think there's a lot of excitement to see how things play out. You got Hassan Haskins returning and Donovan Edwards, maybe a young guy that contribute with your running backs. I know one of the knocks on him has been ball security, but I believe Mike Hart, a good young coach, can come and help rectify those problems. You also have your number 1 wide receiver, Ronnie Bell, returning, Cornelius Johnson, Giles Jackson, and the flashy freshman Roman Wilson coming back. So I think you got skill players out there that can make an immediate impact. The question is Jim going to open it up? Because I think that's been one of the knocks on him. And if he's going to open it up, this is the time to do it. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, look, it's no mystery. You guys weren't good last year. There's a lot of improvements that need to be made. Cornerback was a struggle, but you do have a lot of returning players, and I think in-game experience goes a long way. I expect Michigan's defense to be better next year than it was last year, and I think they can kind of only go up, but we will see how it goes. Now, as far as this young coaching staff goes, they are young. I think the average age is 36 years old. In fact, the oldest coach there is Jim Harbaugh. They asked Aiden Hutchinson and Brad Hawkins what they thought so far in spring practice, and I thought their answers were pretty interesting. They said, hey man, it's been fun. There's a lot of laughing. Guys are amped up on the practice field. We're focused. We think we're going to have a great year. And these coaches have taught me more about football than I've ever learned. Now look, could it be players talk? Sure, but it could be the truth. Now I want you to think about this. You bring in young coaches now connecting with young players, and all of a sudden maybe you're getting buy-in or getting some results that old coaching staff wasn't getting. Sometimes little changes like that go a long way, and maybe this is what Michigan needs. Now, it wasn't one little change. It was a lot of changes, and you would think that, hey, maybe we got to work together for a little while to kind of get all on the same page. But sometimes a little spark like that can get things going in the right direction. Here's what I'll say. When Joe Brady went to LSU, nobody thought that LSU was going to have the success and Joe Burrow was going to have the success that he did. What did they do? They ended up winning a national championship. Now, I'm not saying that Michigan is going to win a national championship. I'm not saying they're going to beat Ohio State. But when I look at that schedule, there are some games that really stand out to me. In 2021, the first one will be the home game in Ann Arbor against the Washington Huskies. Washington, not a big name team, but if you can get that win, that is a great start. The big one, and I think this will go a long way as far as how the season plays out for Michigan, is how things go in Madison, that road game against the Badgers. Look, you guys have not looked good against Wisconsin the last few years. It's been a rough go, and that's a hurdle that you got to get over. Forget about Penn State right now. Don't worry about Ohio State. You need to get by Wisconsin. You do that, you never know what happens. Now, the Penn State game is on the road. That's going to be a tough one, but you do get Ohio State in Ann Arbor this year. Maybe, just maybe, you get it done. Look, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but who knows? This is what I will say. I think flat out Michigan's going to have a good year this year. I think last year was kind of an anomaly. I think this young coaching staff is going to ignite some new energy, something that we haven't seen with Michigan in a long time. And I expect Michigan to at least win 10 games. Now, maybe I'm crazy. We'll see how it plays out. What I do know is if it goes bad, Jim Harbaugh is out, and then you can go down the road of trying to find a good replacement. Maybe by that time you got a little bit more faith in a guy like Matt Campbell, Billy Napier, Jamie Chadwell. They've shown that they can have sustained success, and maybe that's somebody you go after. But I want to know from you guys, do you think Michigan's going to have success, or do you think Jim Harbaugh, this will be his last year? Please let me know in the comments below. Like I said, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back with another college video here shortly, and I appreciate you guys listening. Later.